Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. We talk all about dating, relationships, and how to navigate those tricky moments when it comes to love and connection. Today, we're going to chat about something that's on a lot of people's minds: first dates. Now, I know first dates can be both exciting and nerve-wracking, but there are a few things women should avoid doing to make sure things go smoothly. Whether you're looking to make a great impression or avoid some common mistakes, I've got you covered. So, let's jump right in. First dates can be exciting, but also a bit nerve-wracking. It's normal to feel a mix of emotions, but it's also important to be aware of certain behaviors that can leave a bad impression and potentially derail what could be a great connection. Let's talk about some things women should avoid doing on a first date, so you can be sure to make the best impression possible. First of all, one of the biggest mistakes is constantly checking your phone. We all know how easy it is to get distracted by notifications. But when you're on a date, it's essential to give your date your full attention. If you're looking at your phone every few minutes, it can come across as though you're not interested in the person you're with. And that's the last thing you want. It's a simple step. Put your phone on silent and enjoy the conversation. Another thing to avoid is talking too much about yourself. It's natural to want to share your life, but no one wants to feel like they're talking to a person who only wants to talk about their own experiences. A first date is about getting to know each other. So make sure to ask your date questions, listen to their stories, and let the conversation flow both ways. If you dominate the conversation and don't give them space to share, it can feel like you're not really interested in them. Next up, don't talk about your ex. This is a big one. Whether you had a good or bad experience, bringing up an ex on a first date can make your date feel uncomfortable or like they're being compared to someone who isn't even there. Keep the conversation focused on getting to know each other, not on your past relationships. If you really want to avoid awkwardness, steer clear of sharing too much personal drama or deep issues. It's tempting to be open and honest, but a first date is not the time to unload all your personal problems. Talking about family conflicts, difficult breakups, or personal struggles might make the atmosphere heavy, and you want the date to feel light and fun. Save those more serious conversations for later when you're more comfortable with each other. Another big mistake is complaining too much. Whether it's the place you're at, the food, or anything else, constantly pointing out what you don't like can come across as negative. A first date should be about having fun, connecting, and keeping things lighthearted. Sure, we all have preferences, but there's no need to focus on what's wrong. Keep the mood positive and try to enjoy the experience. Also, don't rush things. It can be tempting to start planning the future, but jumping into deep topics or talking about the next date too soon can be overwhelming. Take your time and let the connection build naturally. Don't try to speed things up or make the other person feel pressured to commit to something they're not ready for. A first date is about seeing if there's chemistry and whether you enjoy spending time together. And while you might want everything to go perfectly, remember that you don't have to be perfect either. Trying too hard to impress or acting like someone you're not is another thing to avoid. Authenticity is key. If you're pretending to be someone else or putting on an act, it's not going to lead to a real connection. The goal is to be yourself and see if the two of you connect on a genuine level. Also, simple manners go a long way. Arriving on time, being polite, and showing respect can make all the difference. If you're late or don't say thank you at the end of the date, it can leave a bad impression. It's not about grand gestures, it's about showing that you're thoughtful and considerate. Lastly, don't be afraid to have fun and relax. A first date doesn't have to be perfect. It's about getting to know someone in a comfortable, low-pressure setting. If you can avoid these common mistakes, being glued to your phone, talking too much about yourself, bringing up exes, complaining, rushing things, or pretending to be someone you're not, you'll have a much better chance of making a great connection. Remember, it's not about impressing your date, but about being real, enjoying the moment, and seeing if there's a spark. So the next time you go on a first date, keep these tips in mind and remember to just be yourself. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on dating and relationships. And feel free to share your own first date experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear how they went. catch you in the next video.